Hello, welcome. I believe we are live to the Monday night live stream. Twin Cities Guppies. What's going on, buddy? Opening his own Guppy store in Minnesota. I hope that's going well for you. We'll give it a minute before we start, as always, and let people watch the ad. Thank you for watching the ad. Or if you have YouTube Red, thank you as well. And if you don't have YouTube Red, what's wrong with you? Get it. It's awesome. Did I title this live stream? I don't even know. Oh yeah, I did get new fish. Finally, for... Man, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I got new fish, but I got new fish. If you follow my Instagram or saw my YouTube stories, you would know that I did get new fish. So we'll talk about that. JRS Aquatics says, great timing. Just finished setting up 250-gallon tubs. Awesome. 503 Aquatics says, congrats on the new store, Twin Cities. Yeah, pretty sweet. Hope I can come visit one of these days. No floating head today. I don't know where my green hoodie is. I was actually looking for it this morning because I was going to wear it to the gym and I couldn't find it. So, I don't know. One of the dogs probably have it somewhere. Hi, Bob. What pH do you keep your tanks at, please? Usually, they kind of hover right around neutral, actually. Out of the tap, it's about 6.8, but I do have crushed coral and aragonite in most of my tanks, so it buffers it a little bit, but not a lot. Hopefully the audio is better than last week. I did manage to get it turned up a little bit, and hopefully it's all right. Sounds like you guys can hear me, though, because no one's complaining yet, which is always good. Outdoor tubs versus indoor tubs. If you have room for indoor tubs are awesome. But there's just something about fish in sunlight that makes them look so much better. Chevy Fish, hello. I was going to say hello to everyone. I don't mean to single anyone out, but I do, but I don't mean to. But so hello, everyone. Yeah, so outdoor versus indoor. I guess if you have skylights, and you can put tubs under skylights, that would be awesome. But I got some new fish. They're in my tubs, and they look great in the sunlight. They look absolutely awesome. Sebezicus says, hello, guys. I'm stuck with my tanks, and I don't know. I kind of want to keep smaller apistos, and I just bought a 250 liter. I would say it doesn't matter what size tank you have, you should get apistos. It doesn't matter. If it's a large tank, just get more apistos. Audio is terrible. I can hear everything Bob says. Oh no. Oh no. Where were you in the last members only stream there, buddy? We were talking about you. Fish Tank Barn says, congrats on the new fish, and dogs need green shirts so you can have a floating dog head. I don't know that my dogs would tolerate clothing. Well, I guess they do wear their vests when it's cold out, so maybe. But I don't know. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Also, Outdoor Tubs gets all the mosquito larvae and lively bits. That is an excellent point. Hopefully, if you have indoor tubs, you don't have a mosquito problem. So that's what happened to me last week. I was actually out mowing my lawn, and I haven't really paid much attention to my tubs at all this year yet. It's been cold and raining, and I just, whatever. And they were all just covered with duckweed. Just a thick layer of duckweed. And I was out mowing my lawn, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to peel back this layer on one of these ponds and find out what's going on in there. And boy, there was a mosquito larva everywhere. I mean, like just millions of mosquito larvae. So that's what prompted the new fish. I actually went to Petco. I went to PetSmart. I went to Aquarium Co-op. I really wanted to find some gold barbs, but nobody had them. And so PetSmart was a bust, as it usually is around here. They didn't really have anything that cool. And the thing I don't like about PetSmart is, and I don't know if your PetSmarts are this way, but they keep like multiple strains of fish in the same tank. So like platies and swordtails, guppies, they'll have different varieties, but they're all in the same tank. And then you gotta like, you gotta tell specifically which kind you want, and then you gotta tell the employee which kind they are because they don't know. They had Buenos Aires tetras in one of their tanks with no price tag, and I was like, how much are these tetras? Because I do want Buenos Aires tetras. And she's like, well, it's right there on the tag. And I'm like, those are Colombian red and blue tetras on the tags. These are not Colombian tetras. She's like, oh. So then she had to go find out, and I was just like, ugh, I'm out of here. Turns out they were $2.99. But I was already pretty much out the door at that point. I was like, I don't got time for this. So then I went to Petco, and they had Buenos Aires tetras there, and they were only $1.99, and they were way bigger. Now they were clearly malnourished. I mean, the size of their bodies versus the size of their heads was ridiculous. I mean, they were just skinny. So I was like, I'll buy all of them. So I bought all the Buenos Aires tetras. I think there's a little less than a dozen of them in there. Came home, threw them in the pond, and I was like, this is not even going to make a dent on this mosquito larva, especially because there's other organisms in there too. Like there's Daphne in there, there's copepods in there, there's all the other stuff they can eat too. And so I messaged Danny. I was like, hey, you need to go to the co-op. Let's go to the co-op. I need to go to the co-op. I need to find some more fish. And so we hopped in my Jeep and we ran down to the co-op, and then I found the Hawaiian Variatus platies, which I've never seen before, and they look super cool. If you haven't seen them, they are on my Instagram, or if you just click on my logo, it should play the stories, and they're there too. And they kind of look like a sunset Variatus platy with like a black abdomen. I don't know. They look really awesome. And I was like, whoa, I got to get those. So I think I bought 10 of those as well. 10 or a dozen, I don't remember. And it's still not enough. There's still not enough fish in there to make a dent in the mosquito larva population. But hopefully it'll start to go down. I don't know that I want to put in another type of fish in there. I feel like they'll both breed just fine. I went and tried to get some GoPro footage, but it didn't really work out. And yeah, so that was my weekend story of the new fish. I'm definitely going to breed the Buenos Aires tetras and the Hawaiian. They said Hawaii Variatus platies, but I'm going to call them Hawaiian because that makes more sense to me. Hawaiian Variatus platies. I'm going to breed like thousands of those and hopefully resell them. It should be a lot of fun. Actually, the very first time I've ever kept platies, believe it or not. And that's probably pretty believable. I've never been much of a platy person. A platypus, I guess you could call me, until now. PetSmart in California won't sell fish because of the moss balls. They had their decontamination from them zebra mussels. Probably a little too late on that one. Snail Team 6 says, Snail Team 6, I got my Buenos Aires tetras from PetSmart for $2.29 each 6 months ago, doing great, but they love to eat my plants. Well, I have read that. Luckily, I do have some like guppy grass and just some random plants out there. There's, what am I trying to, there's jungle val out there, but most of it is all algae. The tub they're in gets so much sun. There's so much algae growing in there, and it's really awesome. Also put my newts, my rough skin newts, back out in the pond last week. So they're out there loving life again. And yeah, I'm just digging ponds. Corey sent me a message last week, was like, from his old house. He's like, I got these ponds. They need to go right now. If you can get them right now, the landscaper's waiting, you can have them. So I also picked up 3 more ponds, 2 100 gallons, and then one of his big square tubs, which was pretty awesome. And the square tubs still had some of the platinum rice fish in it, so now I have platinum rice fish. And the other one of the tubs was empty, and then the other tub had it was his brine shrimp tub, his outdoor brine shrimp. which there's still a bajillion brine shrimp in them, and the water was drained to like a 1/4 inch. And there was so many of them, it was impossible to scoop them all out. But so now I have a brine shrimp outdoor tub, which is super awesome. I actually was just filling that up and putting some salt in it today. So it's gonna rain all week, so all my tubs are gonna get hopefully topped off. But that'd be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty stoked. I've never kept brine shrimp either. I've never hatched them. I've never done anything with them ever. And now I have like a gigantic tub with a million of them. It's pretty sweet. DJ Fat Tony says, can opistos and cribs live together in a planted tank? Yes, if the tank is large enough. If you're trying to do that in like a 10-gallon or even a 20-gallon, you're probably going to have some problems. But in a big enough tank where they each can establish their own territories, you can make that happen. K-Stu driving back from Michigan, right meow. Multi-jacker, hello. Now that I've pretty much been ignoring everyone's comments, that was my weekend. That was pretty much my weekend, working on tubs all weekend and mowing the lawn. I hope Corey is going to do a rap about breeding fish. That's pretty random, but would be pretty awesome. They're called sea people. Yeah, I know. A little throwback to South Park there, right? Hey Bob, do you think dog or cat hair getting into aquarium can cause any problems? So I've actually seen dog hair get stuck in gills. So I've actually had to pull out a dog hair, like going through their mouth and out their gill. But of course, you know, in how many years have I had dogs? That's only happened once. The bigger issue is if there's enough of it, it can clog up your filter. So if you have like a hang on back or something like that, sponge filter, not a big deal, but hang on back or canister filter, if there's enough, it'll definitely clog it up. Otherwise, not that big a deal. How long does it usually take for bristlenose eggs to hatch? I would say on average 21 days, sometimes a little longer though. Also, I keep finding some weird slime with dots all over it. Is that my fish laying eggs? It could be. It could be snail eggs, which is probably, if it's slimy with dots, it's probably snail eggs. Any floating plants for Lethrinops species only tanks? So when I kept Lethrinops, I never had issues with them with plants at all. So floating plants, rooted plants, it didn't matter. They left them alone. So just find a floating plant you like, and you'll probably be okay. Of course, you might get some that actually want to eat plants, or at least shred them. But mine always did okay with plants. I never had an issue. So pretty much just find a floating plant you like, Michael, and get it. Wait. Also, okay, where is this comment? I saw a comment about the newts, and oh yeah, the newts sitting in the ponds were just too cute. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They're so like just chill and relax. Like you can, you know, well, you shouldn't, but you could if you wanted to reach in there and pet them. They don't even care, but do not do it. They are one of the most toxic creatures in the world. So if they decided to, they could cause some harm. Generally only if you eat them though. Touching them's not too big of a deal, but you could have a reaction. So don't pet your newts. But I'm just saying that to, you know, to prove just how chill they are, I guess. I don't know. Kyle says, I got home today and had a guppy upside down but not dead. I'm treating him for swim bladder issues. Yeah, that's the worst. I think we've all been there. Lots of plants in there now, and they don't bother him. Want to create some shadows and whatnot. I mean, I'm a big fan of water lettuce just because it grows so fast. Sometimes it grows too fast and becomes annoying, but I've always just, if I've needed a floating plant and I can't get red root floaters, I just go to water lettuce. It's easy. It grows fast. Multi-jacker with a $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Hey, Bob, I've seen some people keep African cichlid ponds. Do they have built-in heaters, or are they usually just somewhere warm? I know there's a lot of people in Florida that do outdoor cichlid ponds. I had cichlids outside last year. You know, so as long as weather permitting, you can definitely do it. You know, some may have heaters. I don't know, but I will say it is possible. It is a really cool fish. I've always wanted to do like a massive African cichlid pond outside, and also like a big rainbow fish pond outside, but not really the best state for that, unfortunately. I tried to buy some native fish, but the people that I wanted to buy them from would not sell them to me. So, yeah, kind of jerks, but whatever. Steenfott Aquatics, any idea where I can find some multis? Probably Aquabid or the Wet Spot Tropical Fish. Yeah, those would be my two recommendations. You could also try cichlidslovers.com is where I got most of my Lake Tanganyikans years back when I was really into Lake Tanganyikans. Just cichlidslovers.com. The owner is Alan. He's pretty dang good at what he does, so he has good quality fish. Steenfott Aquatics, do they make a rig or something to keep floating plants in if you don't want them to spread everywhere? The easiest way to prevent them from spreading everywhere... Hey, what are you chewing on? Hey, come here. You're chewing on something you shouldn't be. I can already tell. The easiest thing you could do is take like airline tubing, and you get like the little plastic connector that connects two tubes together, and you just make a loop and connect it together. It'll float, and it'll keep everything out of the center, or vice versa. You could put all the floating plants in the center, and it'll stop it from going anywhere else. If that makes sense. I hope it does. But yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way to control your floating plants. Faulkner's Maze. Headed to the local club auction this weekend in an attempt to stock 2 150-gallon summer tubs. Looking for ideas, bristlenose CPDs, Amica splendens. Amica splendens would be awesome. I feel like they're not the most popular fish in the world, so if you breed like 1,000 of them over the summer, you might have some issues. Bristlenose would work. I've done bristlenose in outdoor tubs. And let's see. I don't know. I'm really digging the platies myself, but only that specific strain of platies. Chewing on ice cream. I think you got the wrong kind of ice cream if you're chewing it. I use airline for floating plants, says Blue Water Jim. There you go. It's simple and easy, and it works. Ideas. CPDs. I don't think I would do CPDs in an outdoor tub, especially 150 gallons, because I don't think you would ever see them. They would just hide the entire time. Kind All Night says, could I put betta fish in a summer pond? Yes. It all depends on your weather, though. That's all it depends on. As long as you can maintain the temperature for a betta, then yes, you can absolutely do it. Yeah. So the thing is, you just gotta view ponds like they're just an aquarium. You know, there's no glass, but they're still an aquarium. Just treat it the same. Treat your fish the same as you would as if they're in an aquarium, and it's really easy. Just don't overthink tubs. I want to get some Liberty Mollies one day. I think you can get those at from Greg Sage. Select Aquatics, I think, has some really nice Liberty Mollies. What's y'all thoughts on pearl danios? I think danios are pretty awesome in general. I think they're way underutilized, underrated, and because of that, they're also fairly inexpensive still. So really cool, super active, peaceful fish. They never stop swimming around. And yeah, can't go wrong with danios. Is there a trick to breeding Bolivian rams? They have paired off, but nothing more is going on. One pair in a 20 with 8 black neon tetras planted like a jungle. I almost never see them. It's so planted. So you have to have somewhere for them to spawn. They like to spawn on flat surfaces. So you can get like the... what did mine spawn on? There's the clay pots with the little disc under it to catch the water. I just put those discs in there and they'll spawn on that. You can even like something as simple as just a flat rock they'll spawn on. So when I was breeding them, they just needed a flat surface and that was it. So I don't know if you have a flat surface in there, but if you don't, get one. Tampa Tom, what's up? I says, I've been putting rainbow eggs in my local lake. I want a lake full of Bose Monty rainbows. Well, I don't know the legalities of that, so I'll pretend that I didn't just read that. Nate says, Bob, you're finally going to be the guy to try hill streams in a very oxygenated pond. Some literature says 90 plus degrees Fahrenheit is needed to breed Borneo loaches. We need somebody with some money for fish to try it. So we are doing Sowelia hill stream loaches, so not the Borneo sucker, an actual hill stream loach. We'll be putting those in one of Danny's outdoor tubs and trying to get them to breed. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the trick is lots of flow, lots of oxygen, and obviously lots of food, just like any fish. I'm late to head to finish some homework. Well, school is for fools. I'm just saying that right now. Just kidding. Do your homework. Do you think I need 2 sponge filters and a planted 75? It really depends on what else you have. I personally like doing 2 filters and 4-foot tanks. I don't know that it's necessarily needed, but I just like the look of the bubbles on each side of the tank. So I try to do 2 of them in 4-foot tanks. Sowelia are the better variety. Felicia, I mean, I still like Borneo loaches. The Borneos, they're just a little bit more plump, I guess. So they're not so aerodynamic. Well, they're still aerodynamic. What am I trying to say? A Sowelia loach is like a frisbee, and a Borneo loach is like a banana. I don't know. That's a terrible analogy, but yeah, Sowelia loach is pretty awesome. Oh, man. Patrick brings up an excellent point. He says, hit the like button. Don't forget to share either. We have 200 people here. It's a little light today, but that's all right. This is kind of the YouTube down time for the YouTube season, so that's all right. But, you know, share it out. Let's get some people in here. Sweet, thanks for the response. I agree with the parameters. I have a cycled 16-gallon aquarium. Should I put my baby rabbit snail in there now or wait until I get more stock? As long as you're feeding it, you could put it in there now. Just got to make sure you're throwing in, you know, a wafer or something in there for it to eat. You could put it in there now, as long as it's cycled. Snails are generally pretty hardy when it comes to the nitrogen cycle as well. But yeah, just got to make sure it has food. Good evening, everyone. I hope all is well. My arm is sore. Just got my shot a day ago. How's everyone's arm? Doing well? Mark says, Steenfott, what substrate do you use in your tubs? I don't use any substrate. I do put in some aragonite. I don't have crushed coral, but I did have aragonite. So there's aragonite in my tubs, but I get the big clay pots, and I'll just do like eco-complete and put plants in the pot. But as far as like the substrate, nothing. I don't really do substrate. That would be way too much substrate because my tubs are 6 feet by 4 feet, and it's easier just to pot them than it is to substrate the whole thing. That would be insane. He's my blind little guy, but he loves swimming through the live plants. Jacob Hill says, what's your favorite hang on back filter that's quiet? I'm looking for one for my new 10-gallon tank. I really, out of all the options, I like the Aquarium one. I just they're easy, they're self-priming, and there's a lot of room to DIY your own filter media. So yeah, those are kind of my go-to. Every like once or twice a year you can pick them up really cheap on Amazon, which is kind of cool. But yeah, those are kind of the ones I go to. I feel like other ones, I don't know, there's other ones that are pretty good too, but those are my go-to. My LFS will buy any species I breed. What should I tub? First timer. Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. Dank. 6x4, is that really a tub? Well, I think technically it's a tub because it is just a black holding tank, like made of plastic. So I don't. It seems like a tub. My super red longfin bristlenose fry are completely white, and all of them, and all of them except for 2 or 3 have died. This is their 3rd spawn. Any ideas? I don't know what causes them to turn white, but I will tell you that bristlenose plecos turning white is definitely a kiss of death. Anytime I've had any variety of bristlenose turn white, no matter what I've done, I've never been able to save them. It's usually once they turn white, you got like another week or 2, and then they just die. Like I said, I don't know what causes that. I know other people have had the same problem. What Aquarium filter, whatever one is for a 10-gallon tank. Yeah, I don't know the model numbers offhand, but if you look at them, there's different sizes, and just buy the one that's appropriate for a 10-gallon tank. But yeah, as far as bristlenose turning white, I don't know. I've never been able to figure it out. My arm. I love the red hat. You better believe it, buddy. Oh, and we should actually be in 4K. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. A couple weeks ago, I said I was streaming in 4K, and only one person said that I was not streaming in 4K. And I just saw that comment yesterday, as a matter of fact. So I was looking at my settings, and with this whole time, we've only been in 720. How can you guys not say anything? 720 is embarrassing. Like, if you stream at 720, what are you even doing with your life? Come on. And here I've been streaming in 720 on a $1,000 camera for the last 3 weeks, and no one said anything except for one person. Boy, when the audio is a little quiet, I get 10,000 comments. But when it's streaming in crappy quality, no one says a thing. I tell you. Probably because nobody watches this, right? More people just listen to it than they do watch it. I show 2160. There you go. That's all I wanted to see. I realize that's not 4K, but it ain't 720, is it? I can't believe I've been streaming in 720. Like, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Embarrassing. I would love to see a live stream with Bob, Corey, and Dean. I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't happen eventually, especially with Corey's new studio. You never know. Aqua Discovery says 480 on my phone. Well, maybe you should upgrade from an iPhone 2. I don't know. Until last year, I thought 480p was high quality. That's kind of funny. Rocco's Fish Room says, all I know is I want the red co-op hat. Never gonna happen, buddy. Yep. All me. Tesla Killdozer. I don't know why I like that name, but I really do. With the $10 super chat says, Bob, use this for some more fish. You got it, buddy. I'll go spend $10 on fish just for you. Phone is 4K on a tiny screen. I know, that's pretty funny too. Oh man. I don't know. 720 is like watching stick figures. It was so bad. Like, so, and the only reason I even looked is because I went back to watch my stream last week because everyone was yelling at me about the audio being really low, and I was like, 720, what? So I go to click it to turn it to at least 1080, and I was like, what the crap is this? Man, I'm telling you. You can't stream from your Razer. I know, that's true. That's true. It's so funny at the gym I go to. They have their stupid little app, and you're supposed to download their app, and then when you go and walk in and you sign in to show that you have a membership, you're supposed to put your little app up next to the thing with the barcode. I don't know what it's called. And I was like, I don't have a smartphone. How are you gonna do this? So I just walk in. Like, I don't check in. Like, I don't have a smartphone. Jeez. Get in the 80s, people. Come on. Smartphones. Stupid. Dang, I used to like you. 1080 on my phone now. I was on a 360. Tell us about your most bullish stock picks. I honestly, I don't care about bullish or bearish because I'm a long term. I'm not. I used to, like 2 years ago, I would do swing trades in day trades, but now it's so much easier to just go long on everything. It's way less stress and easier. Definitely a good pick. I think I can even see your beard follicles now. Ooh, you can see all the grays. It's not just a blur of gray. You use a beeper to get in. Speaking of which, I haven't seen my beeper in a while. Ever since I moved to my office, actually, I haven't seen my beeper. So, I guess I don't need it if I don't even know where it is. I'm a pretty good mix of watching and listening. Currently listening while doing dishes. What's your long-term pick? Well, if you want something, VB23. If you want a good return, just buy AT&T. You're gonna get 7% dividends, which is way higher than anything else. And yeah, just collect your dividend checks every quarter. Be happy. Bob, how big do Senegal bikers actually get? I see lots of people say different things, and what tank size does one need full grown? So I've kept a Senegal biker a very long time ago. I used to have a couple, and I've never grown them to full size. I know a lot of places on the internet say like 12 inches. A lot of people say 8 inches. There's probably lots of variables like most fish as far as how big they get. But I would plan for about 10 to 12 inches personally, which for me would put them in like a 55-gallon range. I was the coolest kid in high school with my beeper. Did you have like the neon beeper? Hey Bob, I went to Goodwill and wait. Hey Bob, I went to Goodwill and found 3 portable CD players. I snagged one for when I forgot my phone. Nice. Man. I think I still have my Sony Walkman. I love Bob because it keeps it real. It's just easier. it's easier. It's easier to be real than it is to lie. How much should I pay for my new golden dojo loach? That is an excellent question. How much should you pay? What do you think they are worth? If it was $10, would you buy it? If it was $50, would you buy it? I've never bought one in my life. So to be honest, I have zero idea of how much they sell for. But I feel like they're a pretty common fish and should be pretty inexpensive. VB23 says $10 was what I paid. Illegal in Virginia? Oh, illegal now. What's a beeper? It's a pager. Come on, buddy. Come on. I had a blue see-through beeper. There you go. I knew you'd have one of those neon see-through ones. I mean, we all did. What's a beeper besides something that beeps? Boy. Yeah, I feel like $10 is probably pretty average for a dojo loach, but I'm completely guessing. Like I said, I've never bought one. And it's a really good fish for unheated aquariums. MedCal74M with the $1 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Zen Ginger linking the membership link, I guess. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any camping videos coming up? Nope. I still got to decide if I want to film camping by myself or not. I don't know. Well, it would be me and my dogs. At least some of them. Some of the pack, anyways. Mine is 1 year and it is 7 inches. All right. I had a purple neon beeper. I think mine was green. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was green. And then I had the Nokia 6160. The hot pink beeper. Man. The 90s, man. What a time to be alive in the 90s. Almost as good as the 80s, but not really. And there is my outdoor channel that has no content at all planned. Don't know what a pager is either. Watching on phone, so can't Google it. So pages and beeps. Basically, it is an analog device that worked everywhere. And if your like wife was pregnant, you would go buy a beeper, and if she went into labor, they would page you. You get a phone number. You can page and leave like a text message, and it would come across the screen on your pager. And it was about the size of a GoPro, I guess. So here's a GoPro about that size, and you get the little clip-on thing and clip it on your belt. Yep. If you had to choose between having fish or having dogs, which one would you choose? Oh, dogs for sure. It's not even close. Legend says Nokias are still working. Mine still does. I tried to activate my Nokia 6160 and they said, nope, we cannot activate those anymore because there is no GPS in it. And I said, that's why I want to activate it. And they said, nope, nope. 230 watching, only 108 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Click it. Click it. Click it. Never had a beeper, had an XL brick. That was a phone too. Boy, we're only 30 minutes into the stream and we're already talking about pagers. Why not film yourself by yourself camping? You film yourself by yourself talking to us about fish and stuff. Well, that's true. That's a very good observation. That makes entirely too much sense, and I don't have a comeback for that. You want a free beeper from Mountain Dew back in the day? Nice. What else could you spell on a pager? The same thing. It was like you know, the old calculators. You know, you spell words by turning it upside down. You do the same thing with pagers. Our childhoods were analog, but our teen years were digital. Would you rather put 3 auto sinklets in a 16-gallon or 3 Hillstream loaches? Tyler, it really depends on the setup of the aquarium. If the aquarium is new, I would definitely not do auto sinkless. You know, depending on temperature, Hillstream loaches generally like it cooler. So yeah, it really just depends. But if it's like heavily planted, lots of algae, and well established, I would do auto sinkless if it was only 16 gallons. Live stream from the woods. We had. We've done one live stream from a campsite. It was pretty exciting. Got the first super chat on the channel. That was pretty cool. My pager code was 1313. Desert Fish with the $5 super chat says, how's it going, Bob? It is going excellent. Going excellent. T9 texts. You're gonna go make me get my pager, but I don't know. It's probably just sitting on my old desk, to be honest. We were probably the same age, 42 this year, and yes, 80s and 90s was gnarly. I mean, it's the best time to be alive in the history of the world, regardless. Well, you know, you go back really far, and there might have been some better times, but, you know, in the modern world, it's a great time to be alive. I don't know. There's so many angry people out there, and I don't get it. You could literally be whatever you want and do whatever you want to do right now, and people are just so angry. I don't get it. The 80s and 90s were cool, but now is definitely the best time to be alive. Hard to find a telephone booth these days. Oh, man. Somebody had a telephone booth for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted it so bad. They wanted like $700. Oh, what a waste of money. But, oh, man, it had like the collapsing door. It still had the phone book. Oh. It would have been pretty sweet. Hey, Bob, do you still have any reptiles? Yes, but I'm rehoming them. So I say no because I'm not going to have any pretty soon. But technically I still do, but they're going away. But like, would you get billed for pager use? Yeah, but it was like $11 for 6 months for a pager. It was ridiculous. It's so cheap. It's actually way more expensive now to have a pager than it was back in the 90s. My daughter used a T9 text under her desk while looking forward and paying attention in class. Pagers. Oh, nostalgia is fun, isn't it? For all the people old enough to know what nostalgia is. If you're young, you don't have nostalgia yet. You will, though. And I'm already on empty. Oh, I couldn't imagine now. Could you imagine being a teacher now and just kids on their phones like nonstop? Oh, it'd be so frustrating. People are angry because we started discussing our opinions. Remember when you couldn't talk about politics or religion? Those were the days. I still liked my family then. See, I think actually now we're going to go so far off topic and we're not going to talk about politics or religion ever, but I have a theory that we as a society went so long saying you cannot talk about politics or religion. You just can't. Don't do it. You can't do it. And now, since we've gone so long without doing it, now we don't know how to do it civilly. So we've gone so long without talking about it. Now people want to talk about it, and we don't know how to talk about it and be civil. Well, I mean, plus people are just angry in general, but I don't know. That's just my little hypothesis. That's all I'm going to say about that. Everything is more expensive now than in the 90s. Well, it's all relative. I mean, minimum wage in the 90s was like $2. Actually, it was like $4, but whatever. Yeah. I mean, inflation, it's a thing. Everything's just going to keep getting more expensive. Oops, got cut off, but great aquarium. Wait, I went to... Matthew Vargas, what's up, buddy? I went to Baltimore this weekend and visited the National Aquarium. What an experience. A whole Amazon section with all aquarium fish. Seeing Altum angels, rummy-nose, tetras, plecos, pacus. Got cut off, but... I'm so sad that we don't have a good aquarium here. I feel like... I mean, I've been to the Vancouver one. It wasn't that bad. The Seattle one is just awful, though. It is so bad. I wish I could just go, be the director, be the head honcho for like a year, fix it, and then peace out. Like, man. The Seattle Aquarium. Ugh. My first job in '86 at Burger King was $3.65 an hour. I don't know. I've never made minimum wage, so I don't even know what it is. Yep, that's right. Yeah, look at me bragging. Trish, just in time. We are not talking about fish, and I know you love it when we don't talk about fish. Oh, here's a fish question. Barb says, hi, Bob. I have 5 pygmy and 5 panda corydoras. That's awesome. And none of them school together. Why do you think that is? Aren't they schooling fish? They are schooling fish. I would ask, how large is your aquarium, or small? And also, I'd be curious what the temperature and the pH is. But they should absolutely be schooling. But if it's like a 10-gallon tank, then there's just not a lot of room for them to school. But if it's like a 40 or a 50, then yeah, they should be schooling for sure. Definitely. What type of wood is in the background tank? I have no idea. I couldn't even venture a guess. It's all covered in Java moss. I have no idea. It looks maybe Malaysian, but yeah, I don't know. You can $5.15 an hour at Hungry Howie's. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like a pretty good place to eat. I don't know why. Barb, I have about 30 panagories in a 54-gallon tank and maybe 2 or 3 school together at a time. No real schooling, but they hang out at the bottom together. Maybe... Hey, get out of there. Maybe that's the panda cory thing. I've never been successful with panda cories. I know I'm lame. I'm terrible fish keeper, but 36-gallon, temperature 80. Well, I will say that's really high for panda cories. They do like 72. Panda cories like lower temperatures. So maybe that's why. The warmer temp could be just making them kind of lethargic. But I say that, I guarantee you someone's going to say, I keep my panda cories at 82 and they school all the time. So generally, though, panda cories do like cooler temperatures. Crocodile plecos, I don't even know what those are. Turtles, angels, catfish, black diamond stingrays, all in one tank, and rainbows. They had tons of rainbows with arowanas and monsterfish and archers together. See, I want an aquarium that does community tanks. Yeah, monster fish are cool in huge aquariums, but where's the huge aquarium with a billion tetras? Like, that's what I want to see. Just a massive. I mean, if you go look at these videos of the Amazon and just see thousands of tetras just schooling all over the place, it's so awesome. Like, where's that aquarium? Where's the aquarium that does that? That's what I want to see. Hungry Howie's is a pizza chain. Oh, how I miss pizza. I want pizza so bad. So good. So good. Gold lasers or green lasers? Honestly, well, you say gold, I'm going to assume orange. I like the orange better than the greens. I've never seen like a really good quality green corydora, and I'm talking, yeah, they're quality fish, but I'm talking about like the brightness of the green. The green is always really dull, whereas the orange, or I'm assuming orange. I've never heard of a gold laser, so I'm just gonna call it orange. You can get some orange that are just super bright. Looking up Hungry Howie's near me now. I'm just going by the name, but I bet they had good food. I don't know. I have 6 pygmy cories and 7 ember tetras in a 10-gallon that are all terrified of me and are lethargic all the time. Well, those are generally not very shy fish. Maybe some more plants, whether it's real or fake, some more hardscape, something to make them feel more comfortable. Floating plants usually help a lot for fish that are kind of timid. Oh, crocodiles in the same tanks. Are you saying crocodiles in the same tanks as plecos or crocodile pleco? I'm confused. Crocodiles in the same tanks with rainbows was cool enough. Seeing a black diamond stingray in the shallows with a crocodile was crazy. Crazy. Tesla Killdozer says, I miss pizza too. I recently found out I'm diabetic. Ooh, that would be the worst. Sorry, buddy. That might have been an insensitive thing to say, but I'm sorry. I just, oh man. Hopefully it's the kind of diabetes that you can like fix by eating healthy and exercise, though. I hope. But crocodiles don't move. What a boring animal. I mean, yeah, unless they're eaten, they just kind of float around. Are you creating shadows in the tank? There is a little bit of shimmer because of the lighting. There is a shadow because of my microphone stand on me, but I'm not doing anything to the tank. Need more videos on your ponds. I have so much footage that I filmed the last week or so. However, it's just not very good. It's just, you know, I went to edit it and try to make something out of it, and it just wasn't good. It wasn't that good. This is the worst. This is the worst. Getting shut down. We're closing. Alec. Dave's Rare Fish. Should have them. Great shipper. Give him a call. I've actually never bought anything from Dave's Rare Fish ever. However, somehow I must have been looking because I am signed up for the newsletter. So I do get the newsletter all the time. Bob, my diabetes is manageable with diet and exercise. That is awesome. Yep. I had a family member get diagnosed and changed his diet and exercised, and now doesn't have diabetes anymore. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love Mondays. Knowing Steenfott is going live makes my night at work better. Well, thank you, my friend. Make it a members video then. That's probably what it's going to be honest. And then I'm probably going to try to refilm everything in the ponds. I will definitely do a video on the ponds though. Whether the video does well or not. As long as I like the video, I don't really care if it gets a lot of views or not. So but I have to like the video. And this, it just wasn't good footage. It wasn't. I tried doing some footage with the GoPro, and the GoPro is like the biggest piece of crap in the world. So very disappointed with GoPro. I'm actually going to use this GoPro as target practice next time I go shooting, because I'm raging pretty hard on the GoPro. It's terrible. It's awful. Don't ever buy a GoPro. Get a DJI. Don't buy a GoPro. I recently watched Friends in the hotel room. What a great show, man. I think it's time to rewatch it. Yep. It's a good show. It's a good show. How old do guppies have to be before they will start giving fry? Boy, I bet you could have them pumping out fry at like 6 months if you really just power fed them. Did lots of water changes. They grow pretty fast. Ponds are out, fish are in. Are you saying ponds are outside and it's time to put fish in them? Or are you saying ponds are out of style and fish are in style? Ponds, love them. I live in Florida. I have a 20-gallon pond with a pair of guppies and fry to love pond videos. Yes. Yeah, it would be nice to live in Florida. I would have so many tubs. It would be unbelievable. GoPro are only good for outdoor action shooting and then only if set up right. GoPros are good for nothing. Not even for a paperweight. Absolutely. It's probably going to make a terrible target too, I'm saying. Don't listen to me. I'm just really raging on the GoPro. They're not that bad, but I hate it. I hate it so much. Yes, ponds are outside and stocked. I could never get into Friends. I actually didn't watch it when it was like on air. Same with Seinfeld. I was like, this is a show about nothing. This is stupid. And now I love Seinfeld. I'm like, it's a show about nothing. It's great. Oh man. Too cold for my fish to go outside still. Well, you got to get the right fish. Yeah, I got fish outside and it gets in the 40s at night. But it was also, my ponds were in the high 70s yesterday. So, go figure. That's why I do like white clouds and Buenos Aires tetras. I'm probably going to put my salt and pepper corydoras out there as well. Maybe some rainbows, because rainbows do really well in ponds. Can't forget about Married with Children. I was having this discussion with someone the other day about Married with Children because I was saying, now this is all your guys' fault. So I'm just going to say we are so far off topic, Trish, and it's everyone else's fault but my own. Everyone else is talking about this. I'm just playing along. I was actually in a debate and saying how Al Bundy was a great father. And that's what we were having the debate about. And I think you can make an argument. Well, not a great father, but, he's a good father. And it's an interesting approach to take to debate that. But it was fun. It was fun to debate it. Carrie Habercorn, sorry, with the $10 super chat. Right back at you. Thank you. Shut up. Bob, what do you do for a living, or is it just YouTube? Well, I have a few various streams of income, but I guess you could say YouTube. But I do other stuff as well. I don't have a job. I will never, ever have a typical 9-to-5, 40-hour job again. That is an incredible waste of time. And I would never do it ever again. Have you lost weight or you just look thinner without a sweatshirt? I gave my GoPro away. I have lost weight. I am on week 3 of going to the gym almost every single day. So there you go. Just a little bit though. Not anything significant, but it's definitely on the way down. My Sumagill fricatas fry are growing so slow. Are there any tricks to grow them out? Nope. You're breeding rainbows, Mark. It's gonna be a slow process. That's why they're expensive. He was definitely a cool dad. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I wasn't even allowed to watch that show as a kid. So. Anyways, Bob, I was thinking you would work for the co-op in some management position. I'm sure you do well. If I ever went back to work for a company, I would only go back to work for Aquarium Co-op. But my skill set is probably not very needed at the co-op, so I don't even know like what I would do there. So sorry, I'm tardy. Regina Phalanges, we were just talking about friends, and Regina Phalanges is here. Could not pull myself away from the drama happening with Alex, Secret History, Living in Your Aquarium, and guest King of DIY. Holy smokes. Glad to be here in Normalville. Oh. Is there drama? I never would have guessed it. I have no idea what's going on. You'll have to give me the cliff notes, Regina Phalanges, the cliff notes. Kyle Morrison says, I'm down to 245 from 303. That is excellent. That is awesome. I signed up to go skydiving and, went through the whole thing and then signed up, went to, you have to sign the waiver in case you go splat. And on the waiver, it says, you cannot weigh more than 220 pounds. And I was like, I'm never going to be able to skydive, like ever. I'm never going to be under 220. And I was so sad. I was like, are you kidding me? Can't we just put like a couple extra carabiners on the rope or something? Got to be something we can do. 220? Come on, 220? Who's under 220? That's ridiculous. So yeah, I was pretty bummed about that. Too coolie for schoolie. Oh my gosh. That is right up there with Snail Team 6. I'm just going to say that name. Too coolie for schoolie. I love it. Says I left that one to be in this live stream. That is awesome. That is awesome. Tell the military. I'm sure the military doesn't care. They're like, you're just a number. It doesn't matter if you go splat. We'll fill that number just like any other corporation. Well, once they open that door, I would poop my pants. I think it would be so fun. There we go. Bob is too honest for Corey. I don't even know what that means, but Corey is one of the most honest people that I know. So, yeah. I don't know where you're going with that one. BJ Palmer's here. I left because I can't keep up with Joey. Sometimes just too much energy. Is that because of tandem parachute? Yeah. I don't know if it's different anywhere else, but at least in this state, your first jump has to be tandem. So, yeah. I'm sure it has something to do with it, but I don't know. Just very disappointing. It's like when I was in Fremont Street and they have the zip line that goes all the way down Fremont Street. I want to say like they were like 200 pounds was the max. And I'm like, who can do that? Like, this is America. We're all fat here. Like 200 pounds is the max? That's never going to happen. Never. What about those gliding suits where they jump off a cliff and they pull out a parachute? Possibly. I feel like that would take an enormous amount of strength and strength training to pull that off. Depending on how far you're going to glide, you'd have to have some pretty good stamina, I feel. Adam says, oh my god, I just got goosebumps from the last live stream we have seen tonight. What? Okay. Any tips for reducing light intensity of a Stingray 2.0 on my 33-gallon long? Oh man, the problem with the Stingray 2 is we haven't figured out how to work a dimmer on the Stingray 2 yet. The only thing you could really do is you can buy like risers for the light to lift the light up higher. Or you could also do floating plants, which would diffuse a lot of the light as well. So there's a couple options for you. I think the best option probably though is going to be raising it up. Corey probably has his faults. I mean, we all have faults, but lack of honesty is not one of them. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Regina Phalanges with a $35 super chat says, God, I love you. I just walked away from a train wreck. All right. Now you got me curious. I might actually have to go and watch that. I don't know. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. Had to unsubscribe from DIY system really made me think about other creators. Yep. Let's just move on. The military cares because they spend a lot of money on service members and they have to pay out life insurance. You can duct tape a large portion of the underside of the light. That would probably work too. I don't know that I would like the look of that, even though you probably wouldn't see it. I was still gonna be, I don't know. Like even if I duct tape it and I couldn't see it, I would still know it's there, and it would still bug me. I don't know. Corey is a salesman. I did not mean it like that. I think that's where a lot of people get confused. Like they get angry because he's trying to sell something, and I'm like, well, he's a business. That's the point. Like nobody gets mad at Coca-Cola for posting on Instagram. They're you know, hey, we have a sale on Coca-Cola. Nobody gets mad at Coca-Cola or any of these other companies, but for some reason, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, I think it won't be uploaded. Probably won't. Oh boy, I feel like I missed something, but at the same time, I don't even care. You can get under 220. Get on the meth diet. That would work. That would work, but probably a strategy I will not employ. I do live in the meth capital of the world, and it is not fun. It is not fun at all. Emma P with the $4 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. No comment. Just a cup of tomato juice, I guess what it looks like. Corey does an awesome job of balancing business. I never get offended by him trying to grow the business. Yeah, I don't know why you would. You could go back and watch his very first live stream when he had like 1 subscriber, and he's like, this is my business. That's why I'm here. But whatever. Air bubbles coming out of the Miracle Grow substrate just set up the tank. What is the air? It's probably carbon dioxide. It's probably not air. It's probably CO2. I thought the meth capital was New Mexico. Well, Rolling Stones did an article and called a city that's right next to me, about 5 miles, the meth capital of the world. And I would have to agree. Anyways, let's get it back to fish. Fish. Hi, and thanks for the super chat. Yeah, thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. Any tips for setting up plastic indoor goldfish tubs? Fish Kid 1, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Treat it like an aquarium. That's all you got to do. Just made an order from the co-op last night. Yeah, I just went to the co-op yesterday, as a matter of fact. Just meant you say what you want without filter. Yep. I do honestly have a little bit of a filter because I do swear and have a bit more crude sense of humor in real life. So I do have a little bit of censor, but I mean, there's kids here. That only makes sense, right? I hang my light 8 inches from the top of the tank with fishing line. Does the job, softens the light. Fishing line would be cool because it'd be really, you probably don't even see it, right? How to breed Hillstream loaches. So I haven't done it, but I'm hoping to do it through Danny, because we're getting Hillstream loaches for one of her ponds. And the strategy that I've read is lots of flow, lots of oxygenation, and lots of food, lots of algae. And you should be able to get them to spawn. So that's what I'm going to try. And if it seems to be more difficult than that, then I'll do a bit more research, but that's what I'm going on for right now. I have no trouble in a 30 gallon with a 24-inch grow. Lux fluorescent tube, plants growing great. Any experience with Mexican dwarf crayfish? Very little. I had them for a short period of time. I heard they are very docile and can live with many different types of fish. This is true. However, you will get people say that they go after their fish. It's pretty rare. They're pretty chill crayfish for sure. They like, think of them as like cherry shrimp. They eat the same thing as cherry shrimp. Every once in a while they might be distracted by a fish, and you know, a fish might get too close and they might be like but it's not going to do serious harm to the fish. But yeah, I kept them and then found out they were illegal here, so I had to feed them to little Steen. So that was pretty sad, but you know, circle of life, I guess. Not really, but kind of. But yeah, Kenny Schindler, if you can get them, I would absolutely get them. They're easy to breed, and they're just really, really cool. They only get like 1.25 inches. Speaking of which, I got a crab this weekend. Not crabs. I didn't get crabs. I got a crab. And it is a Thai devil crab. I've never seen one ever in real life. And then I saw it, and I was like, I got to get it sold. The thing is huge. It's like this big. Probably like that big. And I'll probably show it off in a video here pretty soon, but it's pretty rad. I put it in my tank and it immediately went to town on all the plants, so it was starving Marvin. You know what? I think I'm gonna call him Starvin' Marvin. It was just in a tank with a bunch of clippings and things like that. It was my old my old 40 gallon that I had my newts in. And so it was perfect for it because there's a land section for it to get out of the water. There was clippings, plant clippings, and all that jazz. So the circle of life, like a possum on an 18-wheeler. I mean, it's their only natural predator is cars. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have any experience with the devil Thai crab or the Thai devil crab, but it was pretty good. I mean, pretty cool. I haven't eaten it, so I don't know if it was good, but it is pretty cool. And it's pretty active. It's always zooming around the aquarium. Philip Taylor says, thanks for sharing the stream, Steenfott. Is that your tank behind you? Pretty cool. Nope, this is a subscriber submitted background tank. It's a 90-gallon aquarium with some rasboras and a dolphoi corydoras. I have a short fin betta with neons. Curious if they would cause havoc in a 40 long. I probably wouldn't put them with betta fish, honestly. I feel like they could cause some damage to the fins of betta fish. And I feel like a betta fish could definitely get angry at a dwarf crayfish. It couldn't kill it, but it could definitely be nosing around, and eventually the crayfish is going to be like, whack, 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 whack. And yeah, so bettas with their long fins, I don't know that I would do that. Probably the one fish I wouldn't put it with, unfortunately. Prove me wrong. Steenfott Aquatics is just an imitation aquarium co-op. Yep. I mean, we're just so alike, right? I mean, I have a booming business just like he does. I have hundreds of informational videos just like he does. That's about the dumbest thing I've read today. I have a short fin betta with neons. Oh, short fin betta. Short fin betta. Well, maybe, but I feel like there could definitely be some, maybe some back and forth harassment going on there. Hi crayfish about red chili rasboras. What would we do if both Bob and Corey got mega ripped? That would be weird. I don't see that happening. Kenny says I'll stick to my shrimp plan then. If you ever have a tank for the orange dwarf crayfish, absolutely get them though. Trust me, they're super fun. Glad it wasn't crabs. You and me both. How should you deal with shy eaters? I have 3 Hillstream loaches who are being outcompeted for food by 8 albino corydoras in my 29-gallon tank. You could stick the food to the side of the glass. Also, you could probably feed at night, and they would probably get the food a little bit better at night, although corydoras do forage at night, but not nearly as much. That's probably what I would do, is feed after the lights go out, and hopefully they'll get some of the food. John, that is a compliment. Duh. How should you deal with... Oh, I already got that one. So yeah, that's what I would try. Yoop. Yoop. I envy the lack of blackbeard algae here. There is none there. That is for sure. None there. How many blood parrots can go in a 75 gallon? Do you really want blood parrots? I mean, come on. Such an abused fish. Do you really? I mean, they can't even close their mouths. Their spines are deformed. But you could probably do like 4 to 6. Chevy, can you just delete a comment? It's not letting me delete. Just time out. What? What? Bobby boy, did not mean to talk bad about your friend. It was a joke. I didn't take it that way, my friend. I didn't take it. I'm not offended. Are you? It's all good, Zach. It's all good. Glad I'm not the only one who knows the reference. Would I be able to breed red cherry shrimps in an outside tote? I'm in Florida, so it stays warm. Kelsey, yes, absolutely you could. And that's how a lot of the fish farms do them, is outdoor tubs. So yeah. And the nice thing about cherry shrimp, yeah, hillbilly goldfish. The nice thing about cherry shrimp is that they can go pretty cold, like down into the low 60s. So if you have a cold snap, no biggie. What is a good topic to discuss in one of my videos to make my little channel interesting in my tiny community? Talk about whatever you're passionate about, whether it's a fish or a snail or a plant, whatever you're passionate about. That's what I would talk about. Sige says, I got a blue dolphin moray cichlid a couple months back and got... Wait. A couple months back has got Nave Shade or Blue? I don't know what that means. Sorry. I tried to decipher that sentence a few times and I don't know what that means. But, I mean... Blue dolphin cichlids are awesome, so I'll say that. Salty Potatoes says, could I add an epistogramma to a 20-gallon long with 12 neon tetras, 6 Adolphi cories, and 5 Amano shrimp? If not, what could I add? You could definitely add an epistogramma to that. You could probably add a pair, and it would be just fine. As long as you have, you know, lots of hardscape and plants and things like that. It'll do just fine. My spotted hillstream loaches love damn algae wafers. Yeah, so if we go back to the hillstream loach question, they're generally not shy fish, and if they're not eating, you may just want to try to feed something else. Maybe throw in some rapashi is usually very popular with them. So yeah, maybe they're just not crazy about the food you're feeding. That would be another thing to try. Multi-Jagger says, hey Bob, my rummy nose tetras and my German blue rams are really shy. My tank is fully planted. Parameters are fine. No ammonia, nitrates, 10 parts per million nitrates, pH 7.2, and temperature is 78. What size tank? What size tank are you working with there? Cool. I train horses, so I have a lot of water troughs laying around. We have a lot of horse people here, which I wouldn't have made that connection, like horse and fish people. But I swear, in this little community of ours, there are a lot of horse people, and I think it's pretty awesome because I dig horses. I'm not the best horseback rider in the world, but I think it's pretty fun. My hillstream loaches seem to eat the most when it's rapashi. Yeah, I'm telling you, hillstream loaches should go crazy over rapashi, and it almost doesn't even matter what type. I got laughing at Salty Potatoes. I thought that was a pretty funny name too. Made me chuckle a little. I like when we get some funny names in here. Chevy, I tried to delete the comment calling Bob an imitation, and it wouldn't let me. I know he doesn't care, but I did. I don't know why it doesn't let you. Maybe someone else already deleted it first. I don't know. You should be able to. You can delete whatever you want. Delete. Steenfott Aquatics, how is your puffers? You know I love puffers and plecos like you do. My hairy puffer is doing well. I finally got him to eat frozen shrimp, which is amazing. So I don't have to feed him as many shrimp anymore. Still refuses to eat snails though, which is kind of frustrating. Hopefully he'll get on the snail train pretty soon, because I do not want to trim his beaks at all. And my Mabu puffer is still doing well, still dwarfed for some reason. Eats like crazy, but it's still dwarfed. I don't know, but seems to be doing all right. Loves the 240 gallon. Gonna get upgraded to a 300 gallon eventually, I hope. It's a 20 gallon long, 1 GBR and 5 rummy nose tetras. I had 6, but 1 jumped out. Well, German blue rams do like to be in groups, so he's probably definitely lonely and shy. Outside of them breeding, they do like to be in groups. So while not a schooling fish, they do tend to be a shoaling fish. So maybe get an, I don't know, if it's a male, try to get a female, or vice versa. But he's definitely probably lonely. Oh man, oh, my heart breaks for you. Steenfott Aquatics bought lumber today. Whew, that must have been rough. Must have been rough. To build my own stand for my new 75, lumber has quadrupled in price, but got us up that 25. Yeah, it's more than quadrupled in my state. With all this hate, Bob must have reached internet famous status. Congratulations. I don't think there's been much hate here. There's been like one dummy, but that's about it. We usually get at least one dummy in the live stream, right? What is timestamp at Zen Ginger? Seeple is like me. He says, I wish I had money to be a horse person. Yeah, if I had money for a horse, I would get a horse. But man, what a commitment a horse is. Like the amount, I don't even know that I could do it even if I had the money. Like I would have to have a money for a horse, and then I would have to have the money to pay someone else for the upkeep of the horse. One thumbs down. Someone must have got their feelings hurt. Oh, their little feelers. What else have we got going on here? 809. 809. Are you out of your mind? Bob, I have a 75 gallon community tank with 2 mating pair of cribs. That's pretty awesome. One of their male babies made it. Should I leave him in, or will they fight? They could definitely fight. If you have like a local fish store, I'd probably take them in and just donate them to your local fish store. But then again, they could be just fine. That is a pretty large tank, and but chances are 3 males to 2 females. Eventually he might try to butt heads and, you know, take one of them females for himself. So that could happen. It is a possibility. I had 3 horses growing up. Lots of fun, but lots of work. Yep. I am broke because I feel bad now. Tried to super chat, but forgot my password. If you're broke, don't super chat. Like, don't tell me you're broke and then try to super chat, because then I'll feel bad. What about Potato? Died a long time ago. Probably like a year ago. Yeah, he had some issues for about a year, and it finally took him. 280 watching, only 177 likes. Click the like button. I feel like, you know, asking for 200 likes wouldn't be that greedy of me. Hit the like. Can you imagine Bob on a camping trip with his horse all packed up and into the mountains? Sounds freaking amazing to me, I'm telling you. Going back to the Old West, I would love it. I bought a horse in January of 2006. She ended up going lame in early of 2007. A total money pit, but she is like a pet, so I just have paid for her retirement for 15 years. She is 23 plus now. Wow. He's a prima donna and acts like they are too big. What? Sorry, Snail. I have to smash the snails for my spotted puffer. Oh. the issue with like smashing the snails is that doesn't help their beaks at all. Like they're supposed to be smashing them, grind their teeth down. All right, buddy, that's enough. That's enough, buddy. You get enough attention. Bob could be in Red Dead 3. I have no idea what that is. Probably another 10 years to go. Hey, you're giving it a good life. That's a great thing. Chevy Weird, thanks for the checking. I don't show a delete on that one. It might be a glitch of some sort. Who knows? I don't even know what you guys are talking about, so I can't help you. I think a horseback riding camping trip would be amazing, and I'll do it one of these days for sure. I also want to do a whitewater rafting camping trip. There's some like 21-day excursions in like Utah that you can go on where you just raft for like 5-6 hours a day, and then you camp, and then you raft, and then camp, and then raft and camp, raft, camp. And I think that would be super fun. Nicholas Smith with the $5 super chat. If you had a 75-gallon brand new, what large species fish would you choose? Thanks for the stream. Honestly, I wouldn't choose a large species of fish, but I would choose some, obviously rainbow fish, because I don't. It's pretty relative, like what your definition of large is, because rainbow fish can get 5-6 inches, which is pretty big, and they would love a 75-gallon tank, and I think a large school of rainbow fish would be pretty awesome in a 75-gallon tank. But if you want like one just large fish, there's lots of like South American, Central American fish that would fit that bill, where you just have like one large cichlid in there. But yeah, I hope that answers or helps. Yeah, I feel bad when people super chat me stalking questions, because I'm always gonna say rainbow fish. But that's what I do. Like those are my boys. Those are my fish. Rainbow fish. Hi, Steenfott Aquatics. Did you see my super chat? You missed mine last week too. No. What is wrong with me? I do remember missing yours from, I thought it was a couple weeks ago. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't see it. I don't know what's wrong. I was trying to scroll up. Now I feel like a jerk. That's 2 I've missed now. We're looking. Emma. I see Emma. I see Regina Phalanges. Kelly. Can you please be a pest and repeat what you said in your super chat? Because I don't see it. Ooh, John A was timed out. I don't even know who that is, but sucker. Let me try over here on this one. I'll scroll up. Yeah, I don't see it. Man. Super chatted you 1,000 US at least. That's impossible. The max is 500, buddy. Is galvanized steel fish safe? That is an excellent question. I wouldn't even know. Galvanized steel fish safe. I would feel a-okay putting galvanized steel in my fish tank. I don't think I would have any problems doing it. Escargot. I'm trying to think. I don't know why it wouldn't be. And thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry I don't see it anywhere. Then Ginger said she asked if galvanized steel was safe for fish. There is a max. Trish KCMO, and you should know that of all people because you did the max. My one and only max super chat. Now you could probably do it multiple times, but that is the max. That is the max. Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if it'll let you do it multiple times. You'll want to try it. Back from the lab. What did I miss? A bunch of nonsense. Apparently, I'm the one missing stuff around here. I feel terrible. You're like the new Matthew Vargas. Like, Matthew Vargas used to super chat me all the time, and I always missed it. I never saw it. Ever. Google says to not use galvanized steel. It's toxic. I feel like it would rust, but it's iron. Who cares? All right, there you go. Zen Ginger, you deserve that super chat. I will forward that check straight to you. I'm thinking of getting a giant stock tank. Yeah, actually, those are made of galvanized steel. Britney Spears is toxic. She certainly used to be. I don't think she is anymore though. But she's in a toxic relationship with her dad. That's for sure. The stream's current bitrate is 6,185. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. Oh well, look at that. All right. Thanks for letting me know. Don't call me guy, buddy. Don't call me buddy, friend. Most metals will attract other minerals as well. So, I guess if galvanized steel is toxic, how do they use it for stock tanks for horse? All right. I mean, they use it for water troughs for horses. I feel like if it was toxic, that would be an issue. Look what you've started, Kelly. Interesting. I think Zen that we're gonna have to do some more research on that. Could I become a mod, buddy? No, you cannot, buddy. I'd go Rubbermaid instead of galvanized steel. Pond liner in the steel tub would probably work if you are worried. That is true. Just probably any tarp really. But yeah, I wonder if it's toxic. Galvanized steel is coated with zinc. Former steel worker. Ah, interesting. I could paint the interior with liquid rubber. Yeah. Yep. Paint the inside of the stock tank with that fish tank black stuff. There you go. Barbara Jackson. You have an excellent point. It's apparently the zinc levels released. It prevents calcium uptake that the fish need. Well, research complete. Zen Ginger, thank you. Oh man, I would have never known. That's interesting. Like, you can go on YouTube and see those galvanized steel stock tanks used all the time. Dolbeck Aqua Design, that might be a pretty funny comment. Might be. I don't know. I'm undecided yet. If that was like a GIF, that would be even better. Oh, Zach, I saw you left like a paragraph up here, and I didn't read it. Oh wait. Galvanized is only the outer surface, was used for water service lines to people's houses back in the day, and was stopped and removed from use due to it leaching lead into the water passing through it. Jeez. Your logo is still awesome. I want a hat like that with your logo. Does it exist? Oh no, my dog's knocked it down. Oh no. Oh no. Look, my dog's got dog hair all over it. He was sleeping on it. Well, there it is. My dog was sleeping on my hat. Could you tell? Could you tell? Yeah, I knocked all this over too. There we go. There we go. Kelly Foreman says, thanks, Zen Ginger. It's hard to find an attractive tub pond. All right. See, that's what's great about this. If I don't know, someone knows. I just realized that I've never watched any of your videos, but I also watch your live streams while I'm feeding my horses. Going to watch some. That's weird. I have never seen a single one of your videos, but for some weird reason, I show up to your live streams. All right. A Secret History took down the stream. I hope someone saved it. That's so funny. Oh man. what could be happening is that it sometimes, if you have it set, you can have it set so it doesn't release your live stream until you release it yourself, which is what I used to do. So like, I don't know, like a year or two ago, I would go live, and then like a couple hours later, I'd be like, oh yeah, I got to release the live stream, and people would always complain. So now I have it so where it just releases it right away. So maybe that's all it is. It could just be that he has it set up that way. Kelly Foreman wants to know what went on in that crazy stream. No one has ever trusted me to be a mod. Well, I don't require my mods to do anything, so that's why I don't mod people. Like, most of these mods have been here since the start, and that's why they're mods. And I'm still looking for that paragraph of a message you sent me, but I might be too late. Yeah, sorry, Zach. I saw something about 5 a.m., so that's why I wanted to read it, but now I don't see it. I'm not really on my game today, apparently. I've been broke since 2015, so I feel really bad. Well, it seems like you're on the right track, my friend. I mean, I spent a couple minutes on your channel the other day. Oh, excuse me. Chance having a grand old time napping. Yeah, I just dropped my light on him and he took off. I'm moderately moderate. All right. I believe a few months ago, OFR couldn't release one of their live streams. Yeah, I don't really know anything about them, so I wouldn't know. Be sure to call airlines first to check rules. What? I flew from Florida to Michigan on Delta carrying my bagged fish on my lap. Yeah, you could run into some pretty snarky TSA agents. So while most airlines do allow you to carry on fish, some TSA agents are jerks and will take them. So it's not very common, but it does happen. Why be a mod? Then you feel impelled to do mod work. Well, see, and like, it shouldn't be work. I don't like it when I see other channels or other live streams, and I'm like, I'm like, or I see them. They're like, can a mod do this? Can a mod link that? Can a mod look this up? Can a mod? And I'm like, are you paying these mods? Like, people throwing out a lot of demands, and you're not paying them. So, I don't get it. And then there's people that'll be like, they'll tell their mods, delete any comment from this person. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. And it's just like, get over yourself. You're live streaming on YouTube, buddy. Like, I mean, I don't know. What do I know? I don't require my mods to do diddly squat. What lights do you use for a live stream? I have this light right here. Well, no, can't look at that one. This is a really cool light, actually. Boop, boop, boop. It'll last the entire 2 hours, which is pretty cool. It's got all these little settings, and you can do... Oops. Yep, see? Now it's red, but you can't see it. You can make it... I like to do this one at night, because this is really bright in my neighborhood, and it shines off all the houses. And it's like, oh, the police are here. But it does lots of stuff. Oh, there. That's what I wanted to do. Just turn it off there. Now you can actually see it. I don't know what this is called. It's like $150, but the charge lasts forever. I don't know if you can see that. No. But, so I do like to use this one. And then let's go back to here. There we go. And then I have these guys for the green screen back here, which you're not going to be able to see, but they're just, it's a strip light, kind of. I have it plugged in, but these fully charged will last 2 hours as well, easily, if not more. And you could turn these into a lightsaber. Zoom, 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 zoom. And, yeah. What's that? Ooh. Blue, blue, blue. Ooh. Wait, now I gotta go back. There we go. Enough playing around. Be professional. Jeez. Jeez. Something like that. Something like that. Oh. Oh, we gotta move that. Oh. There. There we go. I don't know. Honestly, if you look at those on Amazon, it's one of those things where like 100 different brands that sell the same light. Anyways, I'm talking direct hit to the face nose job. What? Boy, I leave the chat for 10 minutes. Humberto says, do you know of any aquarium safe paint for decorations or clear coat for things already painted? Most paint is aquarium safe as long as it's not like chipping, because fish will think it's fish food. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's where my legs go, buddy. But I like to use, oh my gosh. Now I'm drawing a blank. Oh my gosh. You guys know what I use. The black, boop boop that you can peel off. Oh, I'm having a total brain fart. Someone say what it is. Someone say what it is. I love the lightsaber sound effects. Zoom, zoom. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember the name of the spray-on rubber? Gosh dang it. Somebody say it, because I'm really going to lose my mind here. Comment loaded. Nice. Nice. Oh my gosh. Someone will say it. Someone will say it. Someone say it. Someone say it. Why is nobody talking right now? Come on. Krylon Fusion is pretty good. Kenny, that is an excellent point. Krylon Fusion does work. Plasti Dip. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Plasti Dip. Plasti Dip is my favorite. Krylon is cheaper though, and it does work well. Yes, Krylon Fusion would be my other go-to. I have no reason why I like Plasti Dip. I just do. I don't know. I just like to work with Plasti Dip. Like I Plasti Dip some of my truck. Like my mirrors on the side are black. However, oh man, I didn't put the light back in the right spot. Let's this way. There we go. There we go. But you know, it's 30 years old, so they're more gray now. So I just went bloop 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 with Plasti Dip, and now they're black again. I just love that stuff. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think the more economical choice would be the Krylon. And thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to skip all these because now there's 100 people saying Plasti Dip. Total brain fart. Total brain fart. Could you put 2 pairs of episogrammas in a 20 long, or will they fight each other to death? You could do it. I would not recommend it for beginners, but it can definitely be done. Definitely. You just got to make sure that you have caves, multiple caves. Each pair can establish their own territory. Do you worry about frogs as predators in your tubs? Negative. Negative. I don't have bullfrogs here, but I do have tree frogs, and they don't go in the water. So there you go. Not an issue. Honestly, even in like a pond like Corey's, who has a ton of bullfrogs, I still wouldn't be worried about it. I Plasti Dip the Chevy logos on my Silverado. Nice. Nice. I know a lot of people like to Plasti Dip their rims. I think that looks pretty good, depending on the rim and the color of the car and all that stuff. Can you move the light 1 millimeter to your right? It's just on the screen. Is it? Or did I move it? I feel like I moved it. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. And there it goes. There. Hopefully that's better. Hey, Bob, what kind of music do you like? This is going to sound so cliche, but I like all music. My Pandora has every type of music imaginable. I do have my go-to, like 80s. I do like rap, like real rap, not the rap that's out there today. That's all crap. Like 90s, 80s rap. All pretty good. I normally have like my cop car actually only has 1 station program to it. It's classical. I do love classical. But I love it all. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. There we go. Much better for my OCD. I don't like it either. So it's hard for me to see it on my screen. So I'm just glad it's gone. Definitely got to point that stuff out. Oh, I'm definitely Plasti Dipping my rims. It can look good. If I was gonna keep my Jeep, I would plasti dip the rims on the Jeep too, if I was gonna keep it. But I'm giving it away. Did anyone else see the King of DIY throwing a fit on Alex streams? Boy, everyone wants to talk about that. That's crazy. Mind you, nobody's saying what happened, but everybody wants to see. I spent frustrating times catching frogs out of my breeding tubs last summer. Just wondering if I wasted my time. It really depends on the type of frog. It really. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of Beastie Boys. But, yeah, thanks. What's your opinion on the Ford Ranger? I've been a Ford Ranger fan my entire life. Is there, not counting the 3.0 motor. We're just going to pretend like that never existed. But a Ranger with the 4.0 motor, pretty good truck. Pretty good truck. Why? Oh. Anyways, my girlfriend gave me donuts, and I love her just a little bit more. Donuts are good, but nope. No more donuts for me. MC with the $10 super chat says, hi there. Hello. I don't understand my water parameters on my test strip. I have well water and my pH is 8.0 and my hardness is very soft. Is that possible? Yes. It is very possible. And somewhat, I'm learning anyways, that it's somewhat common for well water. So yeah, it can be a challenge, but it is definitely possible. And thank you for the super chat. You would want crushed coral or aragonite just to help stabilize it and add some other types of minerals to your water. But yeah, definitely possible. Hi, and thanks for the super chat, MC. Says Chevy Fish. And thank you. I do appreciate it. Honestly, yeah, just throw some crushed coral in there and you'll be fine. I put white clouds outside about 3 weeks ago and now I realize they are all males, all bickering with no females. So that could be a problem. My first car was an 88 Danger Ranger. My first car was an 88 Ford Escort GT, which is the most rare car in the United States. I would 100% think that is true. That was a weirdly worded sentence. Ford rocks. I think I'm not like a brand snob. I think all brands are good at something and bad at something. But yeah, I like all cars. But if I could find a 1988 Ford Escort GT, I would buy it lickety split. I'm so sad I got rid of mine. Steenfott Aquatics, he called Alex out on one of his history facts, then never came up with the answer. And Alex asked if he was making stuff up, and he got all mad and asked not to upload it. He's drunk. Sounds like a good time. Joey was talking mess about Corey, salacious allegations and all, then said everyone is copying him, then said nobody cares about the hobby, they're all idiots. I mean, it sounds about right. I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying what he's saying sounds about right for what he says. I had 2 Ford Rangers, love them both. I've been around a lot of Ford Rangers. Let's see. When I was born, my parents had a 78 Ford Ranger. Then my dad bought a 93 Ford Ranger and then a 98 Ford Ranger and then like a mid-2000s Ford Ranger. And then he finally bought an F-150, but he still has 2 of his Ford Rangers. So, I mean, they're pretty good. My first car, it was an 88 Pontiac Bonneville. I would totally, if that was my first car, I would buy that one too. I just want that 88 Ford Escort GT. They look like a mini Fox body Mustang. Jeep, Ford, Toyota, in my opinion. Jeep is so overrated. Anyways, that's enough car talk. Right, everyone have to go. Didn't get timed out today. Oh, you got timed out today. I saw you get timed out. You were probably just AFK. for a new planet tank, what range of hours should I have the lights on? Oof. That is a very loaded question. There are so many variables. I would start between 8 and 10 and then kind of go more or less depending on what plants you have, how much CO2, if any CO2, how much you're fertilizing. But I would start at that, like, I'd probably start it at 8 to 10 hour range and then adjust it going forward. So many variables that dictate how long to keep your lights on. My first car was a 63 Dodge Dart GT. Ooh, that would be a cool one too. I would totally rock that. I love my Jeep. I should clarify, the Jeep Gladiator is very overrated and overpriced. Dodge Dart was the best unwanted car ever. There's so many cars like that. So many cars. Like the Ford Maverick. I really want a Ford Maverick. You have no idea. Or the Ford Mustang 2. Yeah. I just want like a whole collection of hoopties. That is my dream, my goal in life when it comes to cars. I want the biggest collection of hoopties in the world. I'd love it. Give me like a 75 Cadillac that's like 29 feet long. Oh man, I'd rock that. We need a car live stream on your car channel. I've been getting the itch to reboot that channel. I have been getting the itch. I can't lie. My first car was an 86 Dodge Charger. It was a terrible car. Yeah. That would be right in my hoopty collection though, I'm telling you. I love me a good hoopty. I need to rename my car channel to like hoopty something. I don't know. Yes, AMC. Had a cousin that loved his Gremlin. Oh, I want a Pinto. I want a Pacer. I want all that stuff. Stiderman just coming in. Oh, my first car was a Cobra. I don't know what you guys' problems is, but my first car was a Cobra. So get out of here, scrubs. There's no reason to point in discussing the mental breakdown of another fish tuber. Let's be real. That's what was going on with him these days. That is all. Yeah, we normally don't like to get associated with any of that kind of stuff. So we'll just leave all that in the past now. Going forward. I want one of those sleeper Malibus with the Corvette engine. You know, the Buick Park Avenue Ultra. 3.8 liter supercharged. Whew. In a 4-door. Talk about a sleeper. That's what I want to get for my drive across country to go film and visit all these fish rooms is a Buick Park Avenue. Like driving a cloud that's super fast. A super fast cloud. I've been here for a couple minutes and you didn't mention fish. I'm done here. See ya, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you never come back. All right. Mar Jackson, I'll do you one better. I had a baby poop green gremlin. I have no idea why that was such an industry color. All right. You guys really want to talk about cars? Sorry you had to witness that, 503 Aquatics. What? Are you salting my Guppy tank regularly? That's a good idea. Good idea. My first car was an 86 Dodge Charger. Okay, moving on. Can we all take a moment to appreciate the Ford Escort? Only the 88 Ford Escort GT. That is the only one we can appreciate. I'm going to sit here until I see a fish comment. I'm just going to sit here and not do anything. Oh, that didn't last long. I'm breeding guppies. 2,000 tuxedo females. Are you saying you have 2,000 tuxedo females? 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Yeah, buddy. Cars and fish go hand in hand. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You know, I used that line last time, so I didn't want to say it again, but I couldn't come up with anything clever off the bat, so whatever. My first car was a 95 F-150. Still have it, Kenley. My 95 F-150 is sitting in the driveway. Leaking oil all over the place, but it's sitting there. Can I breed dwarf shrimp in a heavily planted 5-gallon tank with 1 or 2 clown killies? Dwarf shrimp, if you're talking about like cherry shrimp, yes, absolutely. Bite Aquatics, bringing it home, says fish comment. All right. Danica Aquatics says, Bob, I scored 3 L134 and 4 L204 plecos at the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. I'm so stoked. Wait, so Portland has their meetings back and Seattle still doesn't? Ugh. I hate the people in this state, I'm telling you. I need fish. Hurry up and move. Dang it, Bob. Dude, did you see the strawberry tiger barbs that I linked? I thought they were pretty cool. Not as cool as green tiger barbs, but I never seen before, so I was pretty excited. Dolbeck Aqua Design says, also breeding guppies. Got them for almost 2 weeks. When should I start seeing fry? Probably around week 4. So if they hadn't been breeding at all before that, you should start noticing fry around week 4. But you should definitely notice the when they're buried, because they'll have like the black spots, you know, in their rear. Come and visit, Bob. Wait, where? Who? What? When? Bite Aquatics, welcome to the Steen Dream Team. We are so close to 200. I'm thinking about doing some type of a member drive to get to 200, but I don't know what I would do to do that. Because I don't want to just sit here and talk about memberships for like an hour. Like, that's not me. But Bob's F-150 is a long bed, though. No, it's not. Negative. It is a extended cab short bed. Extended cab short bed. 503 Aquatics. I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? Best car to transport fish in. There we go. Look at that. Now that is a clever comment. Curtis Schindler, bringing it home. Best car to transport fish in. That's funny. It's because Kenny E is the president of the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. I'm not scared of no bugs. Awesome. Whatever happened to your dragon puffer potato? We did mention him a little earlier. He did pass away, so he kept getting anchor worms, like over and over and over. He would get anchor worms. I would treat for anchor worms. They would go away. 3 months later, he would get anchor worms. Treated them. They went away. 3 months later, he got anchor worms. I moved him to a completely different aquarium. Treated him. 3 months later, he got anchor worms. And this went on for over a year. And then he finally passed away. I think the meds were just too much for his kidneys. And eventually that's what got him. But I've never had anchor worms ever in my life except for with that fish. I have that tank up and running right now. There's no anchor worms. I don't know what the deal was. But yeah. The dragon puffer, man. I love that fish even though he didn't do anything. He just sat there. But yeah. It was a rough go. I even got Corey in on helping. Like, what can I do? And yeah, I just think it was too much for his kidneys. The meds over and over and over. Mine is a regular cab short bed, 2-wheel drive with a 5.0. I got the 5.0 too. So my cop car has the 351 Windsor, and my truck has the 302. And I want to do a little swap-a-rooney on them. I want the 5.0 in my cop car and the Windsor in my truck. But I feel like that's not worth the money to do that. Anyways. Moving on. Puffers and their worms. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. I mean, I've gotten Hydra before. I've gotten other things. I've never had anchor worms ever except for with that fish. Moving aquariums didn't help. Nothing worked. Nothing. Dodge Caravan. I don't know. I feel like if we're going minivans, I got to go with the Toyota Sienna all-wheel drive. Yep. Pity you couldn't get him to eat garlic. So I did soak shrimp in garlic, but he wouldn't eat like frozen shrimp at all. Do people inbreed their guppies a lot? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. It takes a lot of inbreeding before you start having deformities. So in my experience, when it comes to colonies of guppies, when I first get my colony, there's always like bent spines. I've never really, outside of like, you know, getting them from someone who's already culled and done that process, I always deal with the bent spines and all the deformities, and you cull and cull and cull, and then eventually you get like a stable line, and at that point they'll just inbreed for years with no problems. The 4.9 with a stick was a bulletproof and hauled fish tanks amazingly. Yeah, the 4.9. Everybody loves that 6-cylinder. I love my 302 though, although, like I said, it needs to be in my cop car. Are you doing Hillstream loaches in some of your summer tubs this year? Pat, absolutely. Well, I'm not, but Danny is in some of hers. So, of course, you'll see that content on my channel. You could do the swap yourself. They would literally just bolt into each other. One, I could not do that myself because I don't have an engine lift, the space, the room. And I believe that it would bolt in because they're both also automatic transmissions. So it would be fairly easy. Anyways, I know I treated my Pelimonimonius for parasites 6 times. Yeah, that poor guy, he was put through a lot. But I feel like when he didn't have anchor worms, his quality of life was pretty good. So I feel like I did extend the quality of life quite a bit for him. But yeah, it kind of sucked. Doggo time, Doge time. Doge time. Buy your Doge coins. Pump that Doge coin. You think any cichlids are too babble? I gotta admit, I have no idea what that word means. You know, I gotta Google that. I have no idea what that means. I've never seen that word in my life. To babble. I feel like that's not even a real word, is it? Capable of being put in tune or made harmonious. What? Can cichlids be harmonious? Sure, absolutely. There's a lot of cichlids that are harmonious. Okay. Now you got me all wamboozled here. Okay, here we go. You can build the 5.0 to run just as strong as the 351. He's asking if they can be done in summer. Oh, tubbable. Tubbable. Do you think cichlids are tubbable? That makes way more sense. At least it's a word. At least it's a word. Oh, Bitcoin. Good time to buy Bitcoin. Isn't it like way down right now? Yeah. Yep. Yes. It just depends on your weather. That's all it depends on. You know, if you got the weather, if you got the warmth for cichlids. Now that being said, there's a billion cichlids, so yeah, you might have to narrow it down a little bit. But yeah, as long as you got the weather for whatever fish you want to put in a tub, they're no different than aquariums. Can any African cichlids work with plants? Yes, a lot of African cichlids can work with plants. Don't let mbunas ruin everything for you. I mean, there's even some mbunas that do well with plants. My mixed mbuna tank had plants in it with no problems. So absolutely can be done. Never got anchor worms though at all. Saw it on an aranda in a bag before I bought it. Special order. Left the bag, of course. Yeah. That's the only time. Only time I have anchor worms. Like, I thought they were hydra at first because I've had hydra before. Send Finn's Cunningham cichlids raises African cichlids in tubs outside. Yeah, almost all the Florida farms are raising their cichlids outside. So I should tub Oscars. Yeah, if there's one thing you should do with Oscars, it's put them in your outdoor tubs so you can feed the raccoons and the hawks and the eagles. They need to eat too, so put your Oscars outside. Gonna catch some hate for that one. Then it's possible the domestic bred are a great option for your dark water. Is this for breeding or beauty? Oh, you were not talking to me. Snail Team 6 Oscars will grow big quick. Could hassle Raphael or leave it alone. Do it, Kenny. What's Kenny doing? What is Kenny doing? She's real fine, my 409. Boy, the Beach Boys are great. Such a great band. My mbunas will only let my tiger lotus stay in the tank. They take out all other plants. So I did jungle val with my hail hydra, with my mixed mbuna tank, and I fed a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens, and I think that as long as you're feeding lots of greens, they won't go after your plants. That was my experience. It's not foolproof by any means, but That's what I think. Bob, what do you think of MD? He is making us all look bad. So talented and a hard worker. 4 to 5 videos a week. Well, he's just copying everyone. I mean, he's copying. He's just copying Flew the flower horn. Ugh. Let's start some more drama. I'm just kidding. If you didn't see the Flew the flower horn video, then you don't get the joke. It's a joke. Calm down. MD, he's pretty good with his plant tanks. Can't lie. All right, proof's in the pudding. I mean, all of his tanks look good. Bob, I have candy darters in my local rivers here in North Carolina and Tennessee. Oh, candy darters. I've never heard of those ones. Isn't it? It's just so funny to me when people are like, "Oh, you're copying me." Like, show me one original video anywhere in the fish community. Like, just show me one. Who was the first to do anything when it comes to videos? It's so ridiculous when people say, "Oh, he's copying me. He's copying. Blah blah." Just shut up. Just mind your own business. Like, who cares? If they are copying you, that means you're doing it right. Just get over it. Dinner time for our family. Thank you for the stream, Emily. Thank you for coming. We're almost done here too. A couple more minutes. Steenfott Aquatics just got my first batch of swordtails. Ever bred them? Swordtails were a bit too feisty for me. I used to have green swordtails. I've had Showa, something swordtails, and yeah, I have bred them, and they were just a bit too fin nippy for me. So not my favorite fish. I think they're cool, but just not my favorite. I'll show you a couple. MD makes me want to buy the expensive test kit for my water. His is freaking perfect. I guess Jimmy, Jimbo, do you really have any original videos, or were you just influenced by Casey Neistat? I'm not saying like original to like fish. Like, I'm just saying in like all of YouTube, like everything's been done a million times. You're not the first. No one's the first anymore. Get over it. I don't get it. If someone wanted to copy me, like exactly, like I wouldn't care. Like, who cares? Why? I don't know. I just realized you had a bubble shirt on. Bubbles. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yep, bubbles. This shirt is actually one of my favorite shirts. Not because it has bubbles on it, or not because it's KD Tropicals. It just fits me really well. I gotta look at like the brand, because it's I don't know. I just like it. Feels good. It's very thinning. Of course, it is black, so you know black's a good thinning color. But I don't know. It's just really comfortable. They are hard to get in shops. However, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. People spend so much time worrying about what other people are doing. Like, if they spent as much time worrying about that as focusing on themselves, like, they would be even higher. But you're going to spend all this time worrying about what other people are doing. Ugh. I could go on forever, but I feel like I've made enough enemies tonight. I really believed you. I was like, what? I looked for that live stream. It appears that Alex did not post it, or it was removed. It was probably removed. I'm looking into making shirts. Depending on how it looked, obviously, but I could rock a Snail Team 6. I don't know if that's like the kind you're like, I'm making Ford shirts, and I'm like, I would rock a Snail Team 6 shirt. Snail Team 6. If you had some like sweet, I don't even know how to make. I mean, it's a sweet name, so I would definitely rock it. I saw a shirt the other day that was it was like it had OnlyFans. Everyone knows what OnlyFans is, but it was OnlyFins, and it was like the OnlyFans logo. Everything was the same except it was OnlyFins, and there was like fish on it, and I was like, that's pretty clever. Except that it was way too. I was gonna buy it, except it was too much money. I was like, I'm not spending $30-some on a T-shirt, but I thought it was pretty clever. Yeah, it was pretty clever. My emerald cory adults laid eggs weekly, and I'm raising the fry. Any helpful advice? Rapashi. Rapashi makes raising cory really easy. Rapashi. Rapashi. That's my go-to food for corydoras all the time. I've been watching your... Oh, here comes a Tom Segura comment. I've been watching your stream for many months, even though I didn't have an aquarium until now. Hey, sweet. I tend to think of you as the Aquarium World version of Tom Segura. So people have been saying this for years that I look like Tom Segura, and I finally looked it up, and I don't see him, but the dude is pretty funny. And I'm not gonna lie, I got a pretty good chuckle when he like broke his leg playing basketball. He's flopping around like a fish out of water. I feel bad for laughing, but if it happened to me, I would laugh at myself. So, and he was laughing at himself too. But yeah. I got an OnlyFins shirt. Did you? Or do you make one? Did you buy one or do you make one? I'm so confused. Texas Fish Room has his own printing company, so I don't know if he bought one or if he made one. That's why I'm confused. All right. On the front pocket area, Snail Team 6 on the back. It's got to be like some type of like seal, like fish, Navy SEAL. I don't know. I'm stupid. How would that work? I'm here because of your personality. How would what work? What? I downloaded Secret History's live video tonight as I knew it would probably be deleted. Excited to see what all the drama is about. Ooh-wee. Ooh-hoo-hoo. You should upload it. That would be so funny. Bob, make your own shirt in Teespring or get James Fish Room Fever to do it for you. He loves inappropriate teas. I do not support Teespring. I will never use them. Maybe I would. But as of right now, in my life, I have no interest in supporting Teespring. So we're just going to move past Teespring. You know who makes good shirts is actually Alex from Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. He did LR Brett's shirt, and I think it's really cool. It's like just those weird off-the-wall kind of like, I'm going to take acid and then design a shirt. You know, whatever. Being creative is hard to do because... Oh, wait. Being creative is hard, but I do it because it's fun. Otherwise, I would... What? Did a horror-style edit lately just for the LOLs. I do that too sometimes. Yeah, I spend way too much time doing stuff for the LOLs. I should be actually editing videos, but then I edit goofy stuff. Like, I get on YouTube and look at like all these tutorial videos. And it's just like, oh man, I get so lost in making these stupid videos. Danica Aquatics says, I agree, Alex has mad art skills. Yeah, that dude's pretty creative. Honestly, I wish he didn't stream in like 120p, but outside of that, yeah, that's my only issue with Alex. Like, man, is that your head or is that a pixel? I don't know. Sorry, Alex, I'm just saying, that's the truth. I'm a resolution snob, I guess. Tiffany White says, I can still access Alex's live stream by clicking the notification. That means the stream is just unlisted. So you can actually share it and still get it that way then. I'm thinking 5 snails with me riding the lead snail on the front pocket area. Well, you know, I'm all about having a front pocket. I need somewhere to put my pens. Of course, then I have to buy a pocket protector. But right there. I need to get me a new Steenfott shirt. Mine is fading pretty good. I still have like my very first one when I only did them in white, and I actually mailed them out myself. And I found some brand new ones still in the package from like 4 years ago. So that's pretty cool. Someone send Bob the link to the... What if I just restream that stream? The ultimate troll move. Also spend way too much time editing random memes and make friends of strangers. I could show you. I showed it in my members only stream. I don't want to show it here because I'll get a copyright strike. But I wasted a lot of time on a video that's like 30 seconds long. And I mean a lot of time. I wish I could show it here, I can only show it on members because it doesn't matter if private videos get copyright. But since this is public, I can't show it. I wish I could though. You could see it on my channel. Wait, what are we talking about? Some mod post the link. Just do a reaction video. Oh, I don't know that I could do reaction videos. Like, I know that's all the rage right now. I just got into like top 5 videos that everyone hates, and I don't know if I could start doing the reaction stuff too. Then people would really hate me. Seeple says, I've got a pocket protector. I would rock a pocket protector every day of my life. I broke my glasses on purpose so I could tape them together. Oof, I've done that before. Seeple says, I love that 30-second clip. I think it's pretty awesome. If you put out a Steenfott shirt with a front pocket, I'll buy one immediately. I don't know. Someone share it to a mod so they can link it in chat. Oh man. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. Oh, we were 13 minutes late anyways. Time to go. Dropping the mic. Oh, and I just burped while I was talking. It's definitely time to go. Okay. So, yeah, this was an interesting stream. This was a lot of fun, though. I can't believe it's already been over 2 hours. But the dog's got to go outside. I got to go outside. So we're gonna end it. Thanks everyone for showing up. I really appreciate it. Even the lurkers, and especially the people that watch afterwards. That makes a really big difference. The membership is worth it just for that clip. Yeah, I can't say that myself, but if you want to say it, I'll go with you. Bob, so glad you are too chill to take negative bait. Have an awesome week. I have a strict no negative nothing negative about other creators. I know I've said negative things. I really try to keep it no negativity here, no drama. I definitely let some things slip every once in a while, but I'm only human. But I definitely like to keep it positive around here and just have a good time. And you know, I tend to get along with everyone. Like every YouTuber, if there's a YouTuber that has a problem with me, I don't know about it. So I've talked to like almost every single YouTuber there is out there. I feel like we're buddies. I mean, maybe not after this stream, but who knows? But yeah, just be positive. It's a way easier way of life just to be positive. And that's all I gotta say. There's my life advice. Be positive. Think positive. Put out in the universe what you want to get back. And other, crap like that you've heard a million times. And I'll see you